Blame me if I don't love you, okay? Hey everyone, I am Emma. Welcome to the show. On TLC Next. Chapter, don't forget to subscribe and give this episode a big thumbs up. Sister Wives fans have been praising Tell-All host Suki Krishnan for her efforts during the season 19 one-on-one interviews. Viewers have noticed she's becoming a bit more forceful with her questions this time around. In the past, she faced criticism for seemingly letting Kody Brown off the hook when it came to tough or critical questions. Suki also recently appeared on a podcast where she shared more behind-the-scenes details about the Brown family. But jaws dropped when she revealed who her favorite wife is. Keep reading to get into the debate. Sister Wives. Suki calls Kody Brown a baby. The first installment of Season 19's Tell-All threw fans for a loop when Suki openly challenged Kody. During their chat, Suki asked Kody for his honest thoughts on what really caused the breakdown between him and Janelle. She was clearly hoping he'd finally take accountability for the family's unraveling. But Kody dodged the questions and told her he'd just shut the conversation down. Suki didn't let him off the hook. Instead, she clapped back saying, "Okay, or you could stop acting like a baby and have a grown-up conversation like the rest of us." Fans. Stunned by Suki's favorite wife. On social media, some Sister Wives fans have been dissecting Suki's recent guest spot on Sarah Fraser's show, where she talked openly about several aspects of the one-on-one interviews and the Brown family dynamic. But what truly caught the original poster off guard was how kind and complimentary Suki was when discussing Kody and Robyn Brown. According to the poster, it seemed like Suki was aware that not everything ends up on television. She even admitted she's still processing what went down with the family and said she believes they're all wonderful people. When asked about Kody's relationship with the children, Suki said he's doing the best he can, which made the OP feel like she was leaning toward Team Robyn. That could explain why Suki hasn't really grilled Robyn with the tough questions during the tell-all. The poster added that, after listening to the podcast, they weren't sure they could fully trust Suki's objectivity. Still, at the end of the day, Suki has a job to do, and there's only so much she can say on record. Yeah, that part does make sense, if she really wants to keep that seat. I watched the episode, and there is absolutely no way Suki could walk away with a positive view of Kody and Robyn. When Sarah asked her how Kody's relationships with his kids are going, Suki replied, "He's doing the best he can." No, Suki, he's not. And frankly, he never has. Follow the money. Honestly, I saw that as a backhanded comment. Doing the best he can? At what? Lying? Kody is just trash, incapable of offering anything better. And Robyn? She's no genius herself. Probably disappointed because she lacks the capacity to move forward, build friendships, or find genuine happiness. Look, I get it. Suki likely can't say what she really wants to. She's playing it safe to keep that job. Sister Wives. Suki caught lying for the show? Aside from what seems like a soft spot for Robyn and Kody, fans on social media also called out another major red flag: Suki's lack of knowledge about Coyote Pass. It's already been made public. The property has been sold. But during the tell-all, Suki said she was excited to see how it all plays out, which made it sound like she had no idea the land is no longer in the Brown family's name. Now, some fans believe she knew exactly what she was doing, possibly trying to avoid spoiling Part 3 of the tell-all, which is supposed to go deeper into the Coyote Pass situation. Sister Wives. Gabe Brown is finally ready to tell his side. Janelle Brown's son, Gabe, looks ready to open up about his life. It seems like he's preparing to finally share his perspective with fans. Gabe has always kept a low profile, rarely posting on social media or updating viewers. After the tragic loss of his brother, Garrison Brown, Gabe disappeared from the public eye entirely. He needed time, and he took it, to grieve and begin moving forward. Now, he's in Chicago, continuing his education and building a fresh start for himself. Lately, he's been more open and willing to reveal pieces of his life to the public. But where will he drop all this tea? And will he address the fractured Brown family? Sister wives. Gabe admits to living his corniest life. Gabe Brown, one of the more private figures from the Brown family, has made it clear he prefers to keep his life out of the spotlight. He doesn't share much online, and healing after Garrison's passing has been a slow private journey for him. But he's starting to come out of that shell, bit by bit, and fans are hopeful he'll continue to let them in. After Garrison's tragic suicide, Gabe took the time he needed to slowly return to some sense of normalcy. He moved to Chicago to begin building a life and pursuing a new career path. Recently, he made his long-awaited return to social media, sharing positive updates with fans. In one video, the TLC star was seen laughing and having a ball with some close friends. He looked to genuinely be happy. Gabe thanked his fans by saying, "Thank you for all the support and love, everyone," and even jokingly said he lived his corniest life here in his new city. Fans were all excited to see him carve his own path and genuinely enjoy life away from family drama. Sister wives. Gabe promises to let fans into his world. Gabe Brown has been making major strides, not just personally, but professionally too. The Sister Wives fan favorite recently took to Instagram to post a video update hinting at some big plans ahead. Although he looked a little nervous at first, Gabe soon loosened up in front of the camera as he enjoyed a drink at a local restaurant. In the video, Gabe revealed he's now officially joined Cameo, offering personalized videos for fans. He said he's making clips for birthdays, anniversaries, and maybe dropping a little tea here and there. Restaurant reviews were also teased he said to be part of his content in Cameo. Her son wrote, "This is just a start, excited to get to know you all." A Redditor soon shared a photo of the announcement saying, "It looks like Gabe created a cameo. He just seems so happy and carefree in the video." People were excited to see him opening up and revealing aspects of his life, much like his brothers have done. Supporters were eager to purchase videos from him, with many expressing their curiosity about his life. At just $40 per custom video, Gabe's offering a sweet deal for fans wanting a personal shout-out. One fan commented, "Honestly, I don't even need Sister Wives tea from him. I want Gabe tea. Is he dating? What's he up to in Chicago? Is he in school?" Another viewer chimed in to say they were just happy to support him and see him doing well. Others wanted more insight into his day-to-day, whether he's met someone new, hit any major milestones, or has more to say about life after the show. The latest season of the popular TLC reality series has already delivered a wave of explosive revelations and behind-the-scenes tension. Much of the spotlight, however, continues to shift toward the tell-all host steering the narrative. For the much-anticipated reunion interviews, the host has been gradually evolving her interview style in a way fans can't help but notice. Once known for her gentler, more reserved approach, she's now beginning to dig deeper and push harder, especially when it comes to the family's patriarch, which has stirred plenty of conversation among the show's most devoted viewers. For several years, this presenter was criticized by viewers who felt she wasn't pushing hard enough with her interviews, especially when dealing with the show's most sensitive and complicated family matters. Many felt she consistently allowed such pivotal figures to avoid contentious subjects, allowing significant bombshells to pass without demanding true accountability. But in the more recent interviews, her tone has unequivocally shifted, becoming tougher, more assertive, and much less willing to accept evasive answers. This change of attitude has captivated and invigorated viewers who have long yearned for more honesty and directness in these interviews. A daunting call-out, targeting the head of the family. One of the most widely discussed moments in this reunion segment came when the interviewer directly confronted the family head over a particularly hot-button issue that's loomed over much of the season. She urged him to give a sincere account of recent events, personal and family-wide, that have tested their bonds and brought deep-rooted cracks to the surface. Instead of engaging, the family leader simply refused to answer, making it clear he had no intention of diving into those topics. But the host wasn't about to let that slide. In a surprising and powerful moment, she stood her ground, determined not to be dismissed or derailed. Her response combined sharp clarity and firm conviction. She challenged him, saying he needed to let go of what she perceived as childish behavior and step into the role of an emotionally mature adult willing to face reality. Her exact words drove the point home. He could either continue deflecting or stop acting like a child and engage in an honest adult conversation like everyone else. This exchange quickly became a standout moment for fans. Many saw it as one of the few instances where a strong figure on the show was held to task, refused the usual leeway, and pressed to be genuinely accountable. Naturally, social media lit up with reactions. Cheers for standing her ground. Fans flooded social media with replies congratulating the host for finally confronting the family patriarch, a moment many had long hoped for but seldom seen. Her assertiveness struck a chord, resonating with viewers who have grown weary of the usual soft approach. An unexpected favorite, the interviewer reveals her most liked family member. In addition to the tense reunion showdowns, the interviewer stirred conversation during a recent appearance on a popular podcast, hosted by a well-known figure in the reality TV world. During this longer conversation, she opened up in ways fans hadn't witnessed before, offering a rare glimpse into the interview process, her perspective on the family dynamic, and even her personal opinions on some of the show's most talked about members. What caught many off guard was her surprisingly open admission about which family member she favors the most. Contrary to what some viewers may have guessed, the host revealed a soft spot for two of the show's most polarizing figures, the father and his newest partner. She expressed deep empathy for their struggles and acknowledged how complicated their situation really is. According to her, what fans see on screen barely scratches the surface. She described the family patriarch as someone who, despite facing numerous challenges, is genuinely trying to maintain relationships with his children. She also confessed that she is still emotionally processing the recent pain and breakdowns within the family. Her compassionate tone surprised and, in a way, confused some viewers considering how differently these two people are usually presented by the audience. Viewers profusely divided over the host's compassion. The revelations from the podcast quickly ignited heated discussion across social media. Some fans applauded her emotional intelligence, saying she was showing maturity by acknowledging that real-life relationships are complex and that reality TV only reveals part of the truth. They felt that her empathetic lens brought a much-needed sense of nuance and humanity to the show, reminding viewers that there's more than just what airs on screen. However, a more skeptical group of viewers voiced concern and disapproval. They questioned whether the host's apparent favoritism may be influencing how she conducts her interviews. Some speculated that this bias could explain her hesitation to ask difficult or probing questions to those specific individuals. Favoritism? Accusations stir. Doubts about reunion interview integrity. Some fans have since started speculating that the reluctance of the host to ask aggressive questions during some reunion specials may be because of bias towards certain members. It has reflected some fears that she is shielding certain figures rather than holding them accountable. According to that, her neutrality and the credibility of the entire interview process called into question. One well-known commenter ventured so far as to say that, by her practicing empty flattery over the patriarch's parenting skills, she was more interested in getting a spot on the show than actually holding a sincere opinion about how things stood. According to them, she's navigating her public commentary carefully, always aware that one wrong move could risk her future as the host. Others took a more humorous route, noting that with everything the family has gone through, it's almost absurd to believe that the patriarch has been doing his best. Another, largely shared opinion targeted the new wife, and many fans saw her as emotionally less developed and immature in some ways. They saw the gentle words from the host towards her as a disguised effort to shield her from the backlash many feel she deserves. They argued that the interviewer's continued involvement with the show might depend on portraying certain cast members in a favorable light, thereby helping to maintain the image the network wants to uphold. Land dispute confusion raises questions about the host's awareness. The long-standing and often dramatic dispute over the family's land also surfaced during the podcast interview. Even though it's been widely reported that the land in question was sold, the host appeared to be uncertain about its current status. She talks about the situation as if the final outcome is still undecided, expressing interest in how it might ultimately resolve. This has left many asking whether she was being purposefully vague to avoid giving away spoilers from upcoming reunion segments, or whether she simply didn't know what was going on. Audience members, who have been closely following the legal and financial drama surrounding the estate, felt this was either a serious mistake or a deliberate attempt to hide future content. Social media poured its criticisms. They said the host is uninformed about one of the show's most crucial and ongoing plot lines, which questions how genuine and credible she is as a journalist in the world of reality TV. Others provided a more forthcoming interpretation. They contended that it is probably within her line of duty to keep spoilers secret and that she might be required to give only so much to the public, particularly before major shows designed to get at the subject more profoundly. Although many fans wished she had clearly mentioned that her approach was to avoid spoilers, the vague remarks of the interviewer caused some confusion. Among many twisted storylines involving this well-known plural family, one has long been sitting on the sideline, quietly from the background. Now, however, he seems ready to step forward, offering a glimpse into a life only seen through the filter of reality TV. This young man, the child of one of the family's earlier marriages, has long fascinated viewers with his quiet nature and choice to remain mostly out of the spotlight. But recent signs suggest he might be preparing to finally speak up, shedding light on a side of the family's drama that has remained largely unexplored until now. For years, this son chose to live privately, deliberately distancing himself from the public eye. While some of his brothers embraced social media and fan engagement, he opted for a life outside the camera's reach, far from the chaos that often follows reality TV fame. When tragedy struck the family through the devastating loss of his brother, he pulled away even more, taking the time he needed to grieve, heal, and reflect. The heartbreaking event rocked the entire family. But for him, it signaled not just grief, but a pivotal turning point. Determined to start over, he moved to a major city, far removed from the family's usual environment. There, he focused on his education, committing himself to a future of his own design, one defined not by cameras or chaos, but by growth, learning, and personal purpose. This change wasn't just a move in location, it was a clear statement. He was ready to shape a life separate from the show that once defined his upbringing. Quiet steps into the light. In the past few months, fans have started noticing subtle shifts in his online presence. What was once a mostly dormant profile has now come to life, slowly but surely, with small windows into his day-to-day. He shared moments of happiness, subtle hints about his evolving goals, and pieces of a life that had long remained a mystery. These glimpses have sparked curiosity from longtime fans, many of whom have been waiting to see whether he would finally break the silence and speak about the complicated legacy left by his family's very public journey. Finding joy. Amid the shadows. One of the most hopeful signs came in the form of, "Let me know if you'd like me to continue this part into the next section." A smile in the spotlight. Lightness amid the legacy. In a rare and touching moment, the young man appeared in a light-hearted video, flashing a genuine smile and surrounded by friends, with laughter echoing in the background. This candid show of joy was a refreshing break from the usual solemnity surrounding his story. He took a moment to acknowledge the kindness and encouragement he's received, not only from those close to him, but also from fans who have supported him despite his long-standing absence from the public eye. In a tone both humble and charmingly self-deprecating, he joked about living his goofiest life in his new surroundings. That light remark resonated with many who had only ever seen him through a lens shaped by family tension and quiet withdrawal. The moment served as a beautiful reminder that, no matter how heavy the family's past, with its layers of loss, betrayal, and heartbreak, life continues. Joy still exists, and moments of lightness can, and should, be savored. Reclaiming his story, a new chapter begins. Fans were pretty quick to flood online forums and social platforms, rejoicing and experiencing relief from seeing him slowly reclaiming his own story. So many fans believed that he should be moving forward on his terms and encouraging him or praising him for having the courage to share when and how he's ready. What's caught even more attention in recent weeks is his intentional shift toward openness. In a short but heartfelt video shared on a popular social media platform, he announced plans to engage more directly with fans. He promised to share snippets of his life, mark personal milestones, and even drop a little long-awaited personal tea, something followers have hoped for over the years. His first message came with a humble smile and a flicker of nervousness, which only made the moment feel more authentic. Filmed during a quiet moment at a local eatery, he invited viewers to walk with him as he embarks on this new path of transparency and self-expression. The excitement among fans was instant. Many shared the clip, voicing how happy and at ease he seemed. One group, deeply engaged in the family's evolving saga, praised his fresh approach, saying he looked freer and more confident than ever before. A personal touch, launching his own platform. Adding to the momentum, the young man recently launched a personal website offering custom video messages to fans. The service has quickly gained popularity, not just because of its affordable pricing, but thanks to the genuine warmth he brings to every interaction. A personal touch that goes beyond greetings. These personalized interactions provide much more than happy greetings. They are an opportunity for fans to feel a real bond with someone who has been through the ups and downs of a highly publicized family saga, yet is now setting off on his own trail. The questions fans are dying to ask. With this new wave of openness, followers of the family's long-running saga are full of questions they've been holding on to for years. What's going on in his romantic life? Has he met someone special since moving to the city? How is school going? And what career path is he hoping to pursue? Most are particularly curious about if he will finally address the broken family relationships and provide insight into emotional scenes that did not make it to film. But the curiosity stretches further than just his personal updates. Fans are deeply interested in how he processes the ongoing family challenges, how he's coped with the grief and loss that shook them all, and what insights he's gained from growing up in such a highly visible, emotionally charged environment. As he continues to share more of his story, fans are hoping for a perspective that's honest and layered, one that recognizes both the pain and complexity, but also shines a light on his resilience and growth. This young man's voice is quietly emerging as one with the power to reshape the narrative, offering a more balanced and thoughtful take on the family's shared and separate journeys. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for your daily updates. See you soon.